Good morning, it's Gina D with Healing Heart TV, and I'm super stoked about today's episode of Heart Jar Moments because I'm presenting to you from the Eastern Sierra Mountains, one of my favorite places. I'm in a little town called June Lake, and I'm here for a photo shoot. That's the other work that I do, and I make these videos to present to you so I could possibly inspire you, maybe plant a seed in you, or remind you of something you already know to help your day just be brighter and get you back on track in order to let your soul's joyful purpose be expressed. So today I pulled out of the jar Acting as If, how to start changing your state of mind, which ultimately changes your life. So have a seat and we'll talk about that. Hey everybody, I'm back. I had to move my location for my introduction because it's getting a little bit windy up here in these Sierras. So anyways, let's refresh. What did we pull out of the jar? And it is Acting as If, how to start changing your state of mind, which ultimately changes your life. And then my personal note is my camera operating experience. So first let's break down the concept. Change your state of mind, ultimately change your life. I've been talking about this. I've been talking about how we need to tap into new ways of thinking and new ways of being in order for the exterior world to change on us. So it's not about things on the outside changing first in order to bring us more joy, in order to bring us more love. It's not about your partner changing. It's not about your job or your boss or your coworkers changing. It's about tapping into thoughts and emotions first that allow you to experience things on the outside. So this is a new way of thinking. It's new in the last about 100 years, okay? So this stems from what was called the New Thought movement back in the early 1900s with teachers like Ralph Waldo Emerson, Emma Curtis Hopkins, Christian Science, religious science, all the areas where they started thinking in new ways. Okay, they started tapping into how really we could say God or spirit, or it doesn't even have to be that, but knowing that life changes from within, life's experiences change from within, not from the outside circumstances. So change your thinking, change your life is a common term that we've been working with. And I don't want to go too deep into the science today because I want to make sure that I at least get the basic concept out. But there's this space where you've got to start acting as if. So if you would like to have a new career, you have to start acting as if the career is already changed. You might say, well, Gina, how can I do that? You know, I'm have to go to the same office every day and I have to see the same people every day, so that isn't changed. So how do I act as if it changed when it hasn't? Well, new science, quantum physics, and consciousness theories are proving to us that the outside world will not change unless we tap into elevated emotions first, okay? Have a clear intention of what you want and have an elevated emotion about it. I'm not the only one to talk about this. So many people are talking about it. And actually just this week, I think Bill Poet did a talk about it. How, you know, you cannot become greater than the current state of mind you're already in. So you can't expect greatness to happen unless you become great. So think about actors for a moment. Who are your favorite actors? For me, you know, it might be Meryl Streep just comes to mind. She becomes the person. She doesn't act. You know, we all know when people are acting, it's fake, it's phony, you can feel it. But when an actor becomes that character, you believe that's who they are, and they are believing that's who they are. And this is something I've been working with. Now, I made this reference to my own career in Hollywood as a camera operator. So when I started out in working in Hollywood, I actually did not go to film school. I was in school for, I had a marketing and communication degree. I was interested in television or marketing or something. I wasn't quite sure yet. I was young. And I got opportunity to move to New York City and work at a commercial production company. And it was great because I was exposed to all avenues of production. And I worked there for a year and a half before I actually set foot on a set. I was answering phones, and that's what I did to get my foot in the door and see if this is something I liked. And once I got on the set, I was so drawn to the camera. And I loved the activity that was going around it. And I looked through the lens, through the viewfinder, and something just opened up in me. And I knew that's the avenue I wanted to take. So fortunately, I had several cameramen who were motivating me and inspiring me, saying, you know, it's okay, you don't have to go to film school, you can learn this. And I'll never forget, one of them told me that he held a vision of himself in his mind to become a director of photography, a cinematographer who shoots movies, television, commercials. You know, wow, I was 23 years old and I thought, oh my gosh, you actually make those movies that I go and watch on the big screen at the cinema? That's so cool. So I held this vision in my mind of myself being on one of these big old cranes with the camera in my hands and seeing a bunch of extras and people, actors working below, and I was above it. And I can't even tell you how many times I've been in that situation, that I've been on a crane, that I've been behind the camera. I've worked with all the best camera equipment you could possibly imagine. I've worked in television, I've worked on films, I've worked on commercials, but I held that vision first. I actually became that in my mind before it came true. And then when I actually became the camera operator, I had to work my way up. I was an assistant for a long time. And I was nervous when I first started operating that camera. But the people around me saw something in me, and that allowed me to have confidence, even though I was nervous inside at first, and I had to learn the way you move my left hand and my right hand. And we have these two wheels. I'm going to move one this way, one this way. You've probably seen some of that in movies. And it took a while, but I had to think about it, which way am I moving my hand? But after a little bit, it just became natural. It became part of me, and I was just doing it naturally. I don't even think about it. It's like riding a bicycle, same thing. So today, I would like for you to just think about that. What's an area of your life? Is it your relationship? Is it your job? Is it perhaps there's something inside of you that you just have interest in that you haven't really dived into because you just don't think you can? Well, you can. You can be whatever it is you want. And you just have to start acting as if. And the way you do that is think about something that triggers an emotion in you that would be equal to your new pursuit. So for me, as a camera person, wow, that was exciting. Can I feel that excitement? Can I feel what it would be like to be the person up on that crane? I'm getting chills right now thinking about it. And this is how we change things in our life. We tap into our emotion, we have a clear intention about it, and that's what meditation is for, that's what visualization is for, that's how vision boards work and all those things. It's not just because you threw the pictures up on the board and then you go, okay, take care of it. No, you got to do your part. You got to have the emotion. So play with that. Let me know what you think. Comment below, share the videos. I got to go to work and I got to go do what I love right now. So you go out and do what you love. Like Healing Heart TV, share the videos, comment below, and I'll see you next week. Have a great weekend.